you like to know your future? Throughout history, many have wondered what's store for them and what to do about it. Our presentation involves a brave, ambitious man who must deal with predictions about his own future. Will it even matter? Travel with us to Scotland where our forces spin the murder and deceit. Please enjoy William Shakespeare Macbeth.
Where shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or rain?
When the hurly blurry said when the battle was lost and won. There'll be the air set of sun.
Where the place?
Upon the heat. That's me from Macbeth.
Fair is foul and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and filthy air.
So foul affair, a day I have not seen.
What are these? So wicked and wild in their time, but look not like that happens on earth, and yet are on it.
All hail Macbeth, hail to thee the Thane of Plums.
All hail Macbeth, hail to thee the thing of color. All hail Macbeth, there shall be king hereafter. Those shall be king, those shall be none.
Banquo Macbeth, all hail.
Indeed, Macbeth was the Thane of Glass, but he wasn't the Thane of Carter, and he certainly wasn't the king. But along comes a messenger who knew him. I stand my watch upon he bade me from Carter, Thane of Carter.
What? Can the devil speak truth?
The Thane of Carter still lives. Why did this man borrow a robe?
But it was true. Macbeth was not a Thane of Carter. The witch prophecy had came true. But he says nothing as predictions as King Duncan comes to visit him.
Stars are the fire. Let not light see my black deep desires. Lady Macbeth receives a letter from Macbeth informing her of the predictions and that King Duncan is coming to visit. She likes the idea of her husband becoming king, but worries that Macbeth is too fearful to carry it through.
Lumps thou art, and cannot shall be what thou art promised, yet do I fear thy nature. It is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way.
Look, who see no father in this business, if he shall fail.
We fail, rescue our curses, place and will not fail.
Thus shot by his wife, Macbeth proceeds to murder his guest and his sleeper. He is fraught with guilt and sleepiness.
Methought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more, Macbeth does murder sleep.
What do you mean?
I'm afraid to think what I have done. Look again, I dare not.
Give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but as pictures. See, I've tried to fear paint the devil. If he do bleed, I'll give the faces of the groans without it must seem their guilt.
When the king is murdered, Macbeth orders Banquo to be killed to ensure his royal rest. He is fraught with guilt and sleepiness. Is this a dagger just before me? The handle toward my hand? Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, but yet I see thee still. Art thou, but the dagger of mine?
Macbeth returns for advice for the witches, finding them in the cave.
The witches summon apparitions to warn Macbeth to beware Macduff. Another spirit announces that no person born of woman can harm Macbeth, and that he will be defeated when a local force arrives at his castle.
Round about till the cauldron go, and the poison entrails throw. Told that under cold stone, days and nights since 31, swallowed venom sleeping got, for thy praise in the time of fire. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burning, cauldron bubble.
Fillet of a finished snake and the cauldron boil. I have Newton told frog, wool of bat, and tongue of dog, adders working blind worm steam, lizard's leg and owlet swing, for a tribe of powerful trouble, I help out
Double, double, toilet trouble, fire burning, cauldron bubble.
Scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, witch's mummy, mother of the raven, stock, she shot, blue, velvet, gigs in the dark. Gala goes blasphemy, liver of blasphemy, Gala goes and slips in view, sliver in the moon's eclipse, nose of turkey, charger's lips, add that to a toddler's charger for the ingredients of our cauldron.
Double, double, toilet trouble, fire burning, cauldron bubble.
By the pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way comes. Open locks to whoever knocks.
How nice you get black and midnight hats. What is it you do?
Said the hats are to hear from my mouse or from my master.
Call him. Let me see him.
Macbeth. Beware Macduff, beware the thin of fire. Dismiss me enough.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laps to scorn the power of man, none born of woman shall harm Macbeth.
Macbeth shall never be vanquished, beat until great Birmingham wood, till high dozen nine hills shall come against him. Macbeth gains confidence because he is certain that every person is born of woman and that a local force will not arrive at his castle. Still, he is on edge in his nervous states, compounded by the announcement of his wife's death.
The queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died right after. There will have been no time for such a word. Tomorrow, and tomorrow. Keeps in his petty base, from day to day. To the last syllable of recorded time, all our yesterdays lie it full. The way to dusty earth, out, we've came.
In the meantime, Macduff and his helpers are using branches and twigs from Great Birmingham Forest to cover themselves as they approach Macbeth Castle.
I stand my watch upon a hill. I look toward Birmingham, and now methought the world began to move.
Liar! Slave!
Let me endure your wrath, if it be not so. Within a 3 mile you may see it coming, I say, a moving world.
Thy bloody villain can turn from give thee out.
I bear your life, which must not yield to one a woman born.
Dispel thy charm, and let the angel whom I serve thee tell thee, my boast was from his mother's womb. A timely rebuke.
I would not yield, though burn over to dust rain that began, no one born yet. I would try my last, before my body up on a warlike shield. Lay on Macduff and damn him the first rise. Hold enough.
Resurrect. Go.
You can stop.